Hello, the YouTube realms. Welcome back to the Tekkit server. Yeah, Tekkit server. Today we are checking out starting the basics of machines. Basically, I smelted all of my ore down and got myself a ton of rubber. And we're going to start building basic machinery. Okay, so... Oh, hiccups. The first thing we are going to need is a generator. There we are, generator. Press R to see the recipe, and that is simply a furnace, a machine block, and an RE battery. And you guys have no idea what a machine block or an RE battery is, but I'll show them to you now. A machine block is fairly simple. You get some refined iron. Where is that? There we go. And you get refined iron by taking an iron ingot and then just putting it back into a furnace. That will turn it into the refined irons. So you take an iron ore, you smelt it into iron, and then you take that iron and you smelt it again to make it refined iron. Pretty simple. So you just go on a crafting bench with your refined iron, and you basically make a furnace pattern with it. And there's your machine block. Now, a RE battery is a little more involved. You're going to need some tin, some copper, some rubber, and some redstone. So the first thing you need to do is you need to craft copper cables. Now you get copper cables by laying 3 copper down, which is uninsulated copper cable, and then if you lay rubber above and below it, you get a copper cable. Now to turn that into an RE battery, you put 1 cable up top, 2 tins on each side, and then 2 redstone in it. So it kind of looks like a battery. And there's your RE battery. And then I just need some cobble. And I can make a furnace. Voila. And just furnace, machine block, RE battery. And there is our generator. Now our generator is going to act as our basic unit of power. So I put coal in a furnace, and then or not a furnace. I put coal in the generator, and it will start producing energy. However, the energy you produce in the generator will be pretty much useless if you don't have a decent storage unit for it. So what we're going to do is build what is called a Batbox. Batbox. There we are. So press R over it. And a Batbox is pretty simple. It's 3 RE batteries, a copper cable, and some wood. So we need 3 RE batteries. Whoops. Gosh dang it. Okay, 3 RE batteries. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there's our RE batteries. And we're going to need some wood. We do this. Cable. And whoopsies, that is supposed to be RE batteries, not copper. There we are. And there's our Batbox. And in in the Sphax texture pack, this little red part is the output. But in basically everything that's not different is an input. And to hook these up, we just throw a copper cable between them to hook them up. Now if we take some charcoal and throw it in there, and remember, charcoal is worth 32 EMC, while coal is worth 100 and something, so you can turn your coal into tons of charcoal. Really great tip for this mod. Anyway, so you throw your charcoal in there, it starts cooking it up, and you will see that your Batbox starts charging. Now all these, you can see here that the output is 32 EU, and so you have to be careful about these outputs. A Batbox is such a low output that it can put out to pretty much anything, but there are bigger storage units in the game, and the bigger storage units have bigger outputs, and when you get to bigger outputs you have to use transformers to downgrade the output, because if you put too great of an output into a machine, the machine will explode. So you'll notice that this has different sides, and you can actually move what way it's facing by building yourself a wrench. And there's two different wrenches. One of them is a Buildcraft wrench, and one of them is a Industrial Craft wrench. We want the Industrial Craft wrench, which is a bunch of bronze like this. And bronze is made up of 1 tin dust and 3 copper dust. And we get that by macerating the ores. Sadly, I smelted all of my ores, I have just realized. But what you do is you build yourself what is called a Macerator, which we will be building next. There it is, Macerator. So what a Macerator does is it grinds up ores into ore dust, and for every ore gets grinded up into every one ore gets grinded up into 2 ore dust, and each one of those ore dusts can be smelted into an ingot, and that effectively doubles your ore output. So we'll be building a Macerator as our first machine. So we need 3. I only have 2 flint, but luckily, since we have one of these guys, we can generate more. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. There we go. So now we have some extra flint to work with, and to build ourselves this cute little Macerator, this involves an electronic circuit, which is just copper cable, refined iron. So it's pretty simple. You have to learn the circuit and copper cable patterns. You will be constantly using them. So we'll make ourselves copper cable, and it appears that I do not have any more refined iron on me. I need to remedy that situational circumstance. There is our refined iron, and there is our crafting table. So 1 refined iron, 2 redstone dusts, and 6 copper cables makes yourself an electronic circuit. And then of course we need to build another machine block, and this is our Macerator. So we can just throw this guy down here, and with some extra, I do not have any more copper. With some extra copper cables, we can get this guy all hooked up. There we go, there's some more copper cables. Since I don't have a wrench yet, hooking this up is going to be kind of awkward. Also, in Industrial Craft, if you shift click on something that you would normally activate a GUI for, shift clicking doesn't activate the GUI, it will place an item instead. Well, since I'm the only person on the server, I'm going to sleep, and then I'm going to go off and find some copper, and I think it was tin I needed. Copper and tin, bronze dust. Bronze dust is indeed copper and tin dust. So I'm going to go find those ores so we can macerate them, and I will get back to you in a second. Okay, I'm back inside of my house here. I just need to unload my load from that pole. Yeah, okay, that looks fine. So now I can show you the power of the Macerator. So just throw in our tin ore. Did this change sides while we were gone? Okay, wait. I could have swore that when I built this, that was the red side. Let's see here. Did it change sides on us? What the heck? Well, maybe our client just glitched out, or I don't know, even. Yeah. Anyway, so we'll just check out the power of the Macerator here. No? Yeah. I don't really know what's going on. I'm going to take a look at this, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. And, apparently this is still the right way. The texture is just glitched out now for some reason. I don't really know why. But anyway, you'll see here that it's macerating this to tin dust. We only need 1 tin dust, I believe it was. Yeah, 1 tin dust and 3 copper. But how many do we need? Bronze? No, why am I looking at bronze again? Wrench, wrench, wrench. You're a mean one, Mr. Wrench. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need 6 tin dust, which means we need to leave this on the cooker for a little longer. I'm going to get the appropriate dust I need to get this working, and then I will return to you guys. Okay, we now have our needed resources to make our bronze dust. So there's a little trick for cutting things into threes. You go cut it in half once, twice, thrice, 4, 5, 6, and then upon the 7th time they'll be evenly split. So now we get our bronze dust. Oh, it made 2 per. Gosh dang it, I wish I knew that. Anyway, so now we just pop this into a furnace of choice, and it will smelt out into the beautiful, beautiful bronze. And you can even make like bronze tools and such with them. Yep, there we are. And now that we have bronze, we can of course always just transmute it again inside of the chest. And there's really no point to make you guys watch me smelt this, so I'm just going to cut again to when this is all smelted. Okay, here we are. We have enough bronze to go make ourselves a wrench. Voila! There is a beautiful, beautiful wrench, and due to our alchemy bag that regenerates things, we won't have to worry about losing the said wrench and having to waste bronze on making a new one. Now the beauty of this wrench is we don't have to do that awkward thing anymore. We can just click there. The output is now directly next to the macerator, which means we can just do that, and voila. Now if I put my tin ore in there, it will macerate accordingly. So that is pretty nifty. Also, you need these to break industrial craft machines like that. If I had done that with a pickaxe or something, it would have turned the machine into a, what are they called? Advanced, not an advanced. It would have turned the block into a machine block instead of a macerator, which means I'd lose all the resources I had used to turn it from a machine block into a macerator, which would be terribly annoying. So, yeah, I'm going to go on, and we have more machines to build, actually. This is going to make for a really long episode. Actually, we're only 14 minutes in. That's fabulous. So, now that we have a macerator with all this beautiful tin dust, I'm kind of thinking that these furnaces are outdated. What we really need is an I misspelled furnace, I assume? Yeah, okay. What we really need is an electric furnace. Now, an electric furnace is an electronic circuit, iron furnace, and redstone. So, first we have to make an iron furnace, which is basically just an advanced furnace. It smelts things faster. So what you do is you take normal iron, not refined iron, in the shape of an iron furnace. Now, we need to make ourselves another set of cables so that we can make another advanced circuit. There's my refined iron. There we are. And let's double check that recipe again. Yep, okay. So then we put iron furnace, electronic furnace, and redstone. And there is our electronic furnace. Now we can just plop this down next to our macerator. Take our axe here. There we are. And I'm actually going to do a little bit of adjustment once again. So take this down here like so. So that you do not have to see these not very appealing cables. Alright. So now I can just put the floor back in, and if we take a look at, oh, I didn't change the side while I was down there. That was a derp. There we go. And now these guys are getting power. You can tell when they're powered because this little electric bolt fills up. So we'll take this tin dust, we'll throw it in our electric furnace, and there you go. It's furnacing away on the power of our electricity. So there is one other machine that I would like to build this episode, and that would be an extractor. And an extractor, if you remember from our early video of sap, you put the sap in the furnace and that turns to rubber. If you put the sap in an extractor, you get 3 sap instead of 1 sap, which would be quite handy indeed. So we just need 4 tree taps, a machine block, and an electronic circuit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 tree taps. And now we need an electronic circuit, like so. Let's see here. Yep. There we go. And we need a machine block, which means I need to grab more refined iron. There we are. So it's machine block, advanced circuit, tree tap, tree tap, tree tap, tree tap. Did I get these backwards? Yeah, there we go. Extractor. So now we can knock this block out and make this a little more direct than it currently is, like so. Take those out, place this there, place, oh, yep, nope, place this there, and put a piece of wood back. Voila! So now, if I go out to, let's see here, the sun's rising, I'll be fine. So now simply, if I go get a piece of sap from my sap farm, which has grown a little bit since the last time you've seen it, it now has 3 gorgeous rows of beautiful collectible sap. Oh, nope, yep, that's what I thought. That's what you get for trying to take on the big boy spider. You get owned in the face by a diamond sword. For shame, for shame. Anyway, yeah, oh, also, I surrounded my house with cactus, which is pretty obvious, just to kind of keep the creepers and other mobs from walking up to my door in the late of night. Okay, so in the extractor, put the sticky resin and just wait for it to extract all of the way, and you will see that you get 3 rubber per resin, as where you would normally just get 1 rubber per resin in a furnace. There you go, 3 rubber. Absolutely beautiful. And there's actually one other machine called a compressor, which we really don't need at this point. It's kind of it's for like I'll get into the compressor when it gets there. I don't need to be overcomplicating things yet. So yeah, that's your 3 basic machines and power sources and how to store energy, and later we'll get into how to downgrade energy with transformers. So lots of exciting stuff to come in the near future. So this is Shadow Studios 9, Minecraft username Primary Artemis saying toodles.